Breaking today, Keir Starmer has sacked another senior civil servant to try and save his own skin. Keir Starmer told Parliament that Peter Mandelson received full clearance for the ambassador role. Well, that was a blatant lie because Mandelson failed his security vetting, basically because of his ties to Epstein. But Starmer sent him to Washington anyway. Now he's sacked the Foreign Office's most senior civil servant to try and cover his tracks. Another day and more chaos from the Starmer government. So Keir Starmer faces cross-party calls to resign. MPs across every party are accusing him of lying to Parliament. Here's a timeline. In December 2024, Starmer appoints Peter Mandelson as ambassador to Washington, top diplomat, Britain's face in America. Now, every senior appointment goes through enhanced security vetting. It's standard procedure, right? So Mandelson went through it and he failed. Why? Because of his well-documented ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Ties significant enough, according to the security services, to compromise him in the role. But the Foreign Office overruled it. Obviously didn't think links to one of the most prolific paedophiles in the world were anything to write home about. He was given the job anyway. And then in February, Starmer stood up in Parliament and told MPs that the security services had given Mandelson, quote, clearance for the role. That was a brazen lie. Kemi Badenoch has accused Starmer of, quote, misleading Parliament. Nigel Farage said he'd, quote, blatantly lied. Even rabid lefty clown Ed Davey called him out.
Well, if the Prime Minister has misled Parliament and the public about this, he will have to go. We already know he showed catastrophic political misjudgment in appointing Mandelson to be the UK's ambassador to America. He was relying on the vetting process as his defence. It looked like the vetting process was ignored. This is hugely serious, and I think he will probably have to go.
On the 10th of September, the Prime Minister misled Parliament by saying the full due process was followed. If Mandelson failed the security vetting, full due process was not followed. Misleading Parliament is a resigning offence. On the 5th of February, at a press conference in Hastings, the Prime Minister said that Peter Mandelson cleared the vetting process. This is not true. That means he broke the ministerial code by saying something deliberately untrue. He misled the country.
And this isn't even Mandelson's first disgrace, is it? In 1998, he resigned over a home loan for 370 grand. In 2001, he resigned again. He was caught fast-tracking a passport for a donor. Typical Labour machinations. So the guy had been booted out of cabinet twice, and Starmer still handed him the biggest diplomatic role in the country. Welcome back to Brit Rants. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn on those notifications. Now take a look at this.
Can the Prime Minister tell us, did the official security vetting he received mention Mandelson's ongoing relationship with the paedophile Jeffrey Epstein?
So clear. Prime Minister.
Yes, it did. As a result, various questions were put to him. I intend to disclose to this House all of them, the national security, prejudice to international relations on one side. I want to make sure this House sees the full documentation, so it will see for itself the extent to which time and time again Mandelson completely misrepresented the extent of his relationship with Epstein and lied throughout the process, including in response to the due diligence. As she and the House would expect, full due process was followed during this appointment, as it is with all ambassadors. Mr. Speaker, as I say, full due process was gone through in relation to this appointment, as would be expected. A full due process was gone through when the appointment was made.
And he said that to Parliament on the record. Full due process was followed. His words, not mine. Well, it wasn't, was it, Keir? Last night, in a fit of rage, Starmer sacked Theresa May's old chum, Olly Robbins, who just happens to be the Foreign Office's most senior civil servant. You know, the permanent undersecretary. I mean, Morgan McSweeney, Starmer's own chief of staff, resigned over it in Feb. It's two of the most powerful people in this government, both gone, scapegoated to save Starmer's skin. Apparently, he's absolutely furious. Quote, well, let me tell you, Keir, we're absolutely furious too. We are furious that a Prime Minister of this country stood up in Parliament and lied. We're furious that a man whose ties to Jeffrey Epstein, one of the most disgusting paedophiles in history, were enough to fail his security vetting, and yet you sent him to Washington anyway. And we are furious that week after week after week, this government looks us in the eye and lies and gaslights and treats us like idiots. The Conservatives, Reform, the Lib Dems, the Greens, they're all calling for you to resign. So why don't you, for once in your life, do the decent thing? It'll be the first time you do since walking into number 10 in July 2024, because you do the exact opposite. You're the most dishonest Prime Minister in my lifetime, and no doubt many others. You brought the role into disrepute. You brought the office into disrepute. You're an absolute disgrace. Now, apparently, Starmer is going to make a statement to MPs on Monday because, as we know, he works half a day on a Friday and has the complete entire weekend off. He literally is part-time. It's pathetic. Plus the fact, of course, he's got to get his script absolutely word perfect because, God forbid, he should actually issue a genuine apology and say he's wrong without being told what to say. You are pathetic. Anyway, tweet of the day today. Before I go, I've decided I'm going to do a tweet of the day because there are some corkers out there and this one sums it up perfectly. It caught my eye. It's from none other than Kelvin Mackenzie, former editor of The Sun, of course, and he just posted this, which I thought was brilliant. Just read on X a pile of old shit from Sky's alleged political editor Beth Rigby, in which she trotted out Starmer's defence that he didn't know Mandelson had failed his security vetting. That's not her job. Starmer has comms to do that. Her job, on behalf of viewers and voters, is to take Starmer's story apart. Nobody in their right mind believes Starmer wasn't party to the cover-up. Just posting crap on X or broadcasting it on Sky News is beyond poor. Journalism is about investigation and revelation, not PR for a lying Prime Minister. That's the mainstream media for you, Kelvin. Good old biased Beth of Sky News. That's it for this video. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn on those notifications so you never miss another video. See you soon.